I am officially on vacation. So happy. Oh my god. Yeah, I have a very exciting week planned. So tomorrow I'm heading to Toronto for the night. I'm seeing One OK Rock again in concert tomorrow night. And then the following night I'm seeing Justice. Oh, I'm so excited. Justice. Oh, also Tony says hello. He's right here. I love Justice. They're such a cool group and I'm so hyped to see it. Also great because both concerts are at the same venue, so it's less places for me to have to get to. So yeah, I get to just hang out in Toronto for the day and have a good time and I'm looking forward to it. Let's get Tony in frame here. Hey buddy. So yeah, that's the plan for this week. And then aside from that, I still have 3 days off after that. I don't go back to work until Monday. So I just have a bunch of time to chill and relax. And I'm so happy about it. I just got some new lawn chairs recently and the weather is finally nice. So I think I'm going to get those out of the box and maybe go sit outside for the rest of the night. Although I did just check and the new Mission Impossible movie is playing tonight at 6. It's currently 5:25 or so. And I'm kind of tempted to go. But like it's so soon and I have to have dinner still. So I don't know if it's feasible, but I kind of want to go see it because it's cheap day. It's Tuesday right now and movie tickets are like half price on Tuesdays. So I kind of want to go see it. Very tempting, but I don't know yet. I gotta decide like right now if I'm going to go and do that. I kind of want to, but I still have to edit last week's vlog and I want to make some dinner and like do a bunch of other stuff. I would also like to be outside because it's so nice out. So do I want to go sit in a dark theater for 3 entire hours? This movie is 3 hours long. Like, what the fuck? But also, it's Mission Impossible, and I love those movies. And I've only ever seen one of them in theaters. I saw the one from 2 years ago in theaters, and it was epic seeing it on the big screen. So I do want to at this one, but maybe I'll go next Tuesday. I don't know. I'm cheap, so like I will only go to the movies on Tuesdays when I'm not paying full price for it because the tickets are so expensive. And I kind of want to go tonight. Ah, it's so long. It's like my entire night. Maybe I'll skip it tonight and just go sit outside in my lawn chair and have a nice evening. I don't know. I will decide in a bit. So some reading updates. Right now, I'm actually in the middle of 2 things. Both are for separate projects. So I'm currently reading one for a secret vlog that I've been working on. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I will tell you how far in I am. I am 13% of the way into this secret mystery book, which I'm reading on my Kindle. And then I'm also reading my first book for Backless Bash for this month, which is Femmes Extravagant by Yoon. And that one I didn't check before filming this, but I'm guessing I'm about 25% of the way through, and you'll have to wait until Backless Bash to hear my thoughts on it. But that one is currently being read. But yeah, those are the updates for right now. I'm gonna go and make myself some dinner and maybe go see a movie. Probably not, but maybe. We'll see. Well, I decided to take the scenic route to the venue instead of just going directly, because I had time, and that was a poor choice. So, ended up a little bit lost because the pathway to get there from this nice lovely area was closed off. So now I have to go all the way back to where I was, and then walk another 20 minutes to get back to the venue, so I might be a little bit late, but it is what it is. At least it stopped raining, so that's good. Oh man, that was such a good fucking show. God, these guys are fucking incredible. Got this t-shirt, Detox, that was the tour. And then once I left, there was another dude selling t-shirts just on the street. So I got one. I'll try and unroll it. Probably can't show it very well, but this, how cool is that? It's got on the back, can't really tell. I'll take a better picture of it later on, but fuck it. Anyways, cool as shit show, so much fun. I'm so tired. Trying to convince myself to not spend money on an Uber back to my hostel. I'm trying to behave and not spend like crazy because this t-shirt was $65. So trying to behave and take the TTC back, but man, I don't want to. But I'm doing it. I'm being responsible. Happy Sunday. I'm so tired. My sleep schedule is so thrown off now because of the past few days. I've been staying in bed until like 10:30, which is not like me. I'm normally out of bed by like 8:30 max. So going back to work tomorrow might be tough, but that's all right. I'll survive. But yeah, I've had such a great week. I have had a blast. So Wednesday was the 1OK Rock concert and it was so good. That was, I think, my 6th time seeing them. It was so cool getting to see them on such a huge stage. My first time seeing them was in 2014 in this tiny little venue, like only a few hundred people basically. And then they've just kind of gotten bigger and bigger. I saw them in October last year on, at the time, was the biggest stage that they'd ever played in North America, and that was a capacity of I think 7,000 people. So this show on Wednesday was 16,000 people. Huge increase, and it was just incredible to see this band that I've been following for 15 years be loved by so many people. It was also their 20th anniversary, which I didn't know, so that was cool. But yeah, it was such a great show. I'm so glad that I got to go again. Honestly, I'll probably keep going to see their shows every single time that they come here because I just love them so much. And then after the concert, I went to Sneaky D's. It's a really famous bar in Toronto. I just got some bruschetta and a drink. I was wired and wide awake after the concert. And then of course I got caught in a downpour on the way back to my hostel. I was soaked by the time that I got back, but that's all right. And then on Thursday, I met up with a friend that I hadn't seen in a while. We just went out for brunch together, had a good time, and just hung out in a cafe and chatted all day. Thursday was the Justice concert, which was also, oh my god, that was so cool. I have never experienced something like that ever in my life. Like, that was, I don't even know. Like, it was so cool. Justice is this EDM duo, and like, I've been to raves and that kind of thing where it's just the same kind of music, and like DJs are always like trying to like hype up the crowd and they're like dancing and that kind of thing. This was so different from that, where it was just these two dudes on stage and the whole time they're just like completely still. They didn't say a single word the whole time, and they're just standing there at their DJ booth in these like power stances and just like doing their thing with this fucking epic light show around them. And most of the time the lighting had them backlit where they were just a silhouette, so you couldn't even really see their faces. It was so cool. It was really interesting. Their set was amazing. It was so energetic. The crowd was fantastic. Everyone was dancing the whole time. The dude next to me was super drunk and honestly kind of annoying, but like he was having a good time, so I was trying to not get annoyed with him. He kept trying to like dance with me and like put his arm around me, and I'm like, no, I'm not here with you. I am here alone to have a good time by myself. Stop touching me, right? And he eventually kind of got the hint. And then I think his friend kind of noticed after a while that he was pissing me off, so they switched places so that he wasn't next to me, which was very nice. But anyways, it was such a good show. Like, I can't even explain how cool that was. I showed some videos in the B-roll, but like, it does not encapsulate how fucking awesome that was. It was such a cool show. I can't get over it. But anyways, great time there. Got home at like 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday night. Friday was a complete write-off. I think I slept until 10 and didn't get out of bed until noon. I don't even feel bad about it. I was not coherent all day. And then yesterday I spent most of the day just kind of chilling around the house and reading, just like a nice quiet day on the couch. And then my roommate made us breakfast for dinner. She made us some French toast, and we watched Insidious Chapter 2 and had a lovely night. And yeah, that's been my weekend so far. I think it's about noon now on Sunday, and I have no plans for the rest of the day. I want to get some chores done, but aside from that, I'm doing nothing. Going to enjoy a nice lazy last day of vacation before going back to work tomorrow. Also, I forgot, I went to this bookstore on Thursday in Toronto called Baka Phoenix. I've been meaning to go there for a long time because they are an entirely sci-fi and fantasy bookstore, and I finally had a chance to go. They were just down the street from my hostel. I spent far too long in there. I looked at every single shelf. Got to chat with the booksellers a bit and just kind of hang out. I think they had a whole second floor that I didn't go to because I had to go meet up with my friend, but like, it's a good place. If you are in Toronto or plan to be in the future, definitely check that out. They were fantastic. And I got 2 books. I got Rosemary and Rue by Shauna McGuire, which I've been trying to find for so long. This is the first book in the October Day series, And yeah, I've been looking for this literally everywhere and I've not been able to find it. And they had it for $12. So I love that. And then I also got a little pocket edition of The Martian by Andy Weir. I read Project Hail Mary with my in-person book club recently, and it's a new book on my all-time favorite shelf, so I really want to get into more of his works. I have seen The Martian movie and really enjoyed it, and this book is also going to be a page-to-screen video at some point, and this was $13, so I love that. But yeah, nice little mini book haul there from a lovely indie bookstore. And then some reading updates. So I've done a bunch of reading in the last few days, which is great. I left my Kindle downstairs, but yesterday I started reading Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Lynn. I'm roughly 30% into it right now and having a great time with it. I love the main character. I think she's really sweet and the magic system is really intriguing, so I can't wait to find out where that goes. I don't really have an idea of what the plot's gonna be yet. I did read the synopsis, but I forget what it said, so I have no idea what's in store. And this morning I also started reading A Gentleman's Gentleman by TJ Alexander, and I'm already 40% of the way through. Oh, it's so good. I love historical romance in general, but make it queer and it's immediately like a million times better. And this one follows a main character who is a trans man, and it's a romance between him and his valet, and I'm so excited. It's so cute. The valet character is giving me Mr. Darcy vibes, and I'm so here for that. Having a great time with that one so far. And then I also finished 2 books while I was in Toronto. Both of them were the ones that were for other projects that I was talking about. So I finished Phoenix Extravagant by Yoon Lee, which is for Back with Bash, and then I finished Bloodlight Magic by Liselle Sambury for a secret vlog that I'm working on. I think in my last like talking clip I was keeping the book a secret because for whatever reason, but then I showed it in b-roll. I'll tell you the book but not the theme, I guess. But yeah, you'll hear thoughts on both of those books in those videos when they come out. Anyways, I've been talking for far too long, so I'm gonna stop talking and go back to reading. I think I'm going to continue the audiobook for A Gentleman's Gentleman while I do some chores, and then once I finish that, I'm going to sit down and read some more of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I do want to go outside and sit in the backyard and read, but it's kind of cloudy out and a little chilly. Hopefully the sun will come out later on. I forgot one. I also read the other day Fierce Femmes and Notorious Liars. No idea who the author is off the top of my head. This was a really quick novella. I think the audiobook was like an hour and a half, give or take, at the speed that I was at. So I just had that going while I was crocheting for a while. I gave it a 3.5 star. It was interesting towards the end, but I was so confused for the first little while. I genuinely couldn't tell if it was a like nonfiction memoir told in a like fantastical way that was full of metaphors that were just going right over my head, or if it was actually just a fantasy book. I think it was just a fantasy book, but I was super confused for the majority of the book, and like it was fine and interesting, but there was definitely a lot of metaphors that I just was not picking up on, so it left me really confused. It wasn't a bad book. I do recommend it for like a quick, fun is the wrong word, but a quick interesting read. But yeah, I was very confused for a large part of that book, but it was read, so I'll at least mention it here. Hello again. Still Sunday. I finished A Gentleman's Gentleman a couple hours ago while I was doing all my chores, and it was so good. This was adorable. I'm giving it a 4 star. I really enjoyed it. It was such a good time. I love trans historical romance. They're just so good, so good. I want all of them. Give me more. If anyone watching knows of any other ones aside from the what's it called, the one by Alexis Hall, I've already read, but if you know any others, let me know. I want to read it. Yeah, this was a really fun one. I didn't get as like emotionally invested in it as I would have wanted to, but it was still a really fun read and I definitely recommend it. I especially love the main character with like the groundskeeper, the old man character in there. It's just so sweet and so heartwarming, and just overall a lovely book to read as a trans mask person. It's just so nice to see ourselves in settings like this. It's a really beautiful thing and I love reading. This is like one of those books where I'm like, this is why I love to read. It's just getting to see so many different kinds of people in so many different settings that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten to see. So yeah, this was a great book. Definitely recommend this one. Very glad that I read it very quickly as well. It was a short audiobook. It was only, I think, like 8.5 hours at regular speed, and I was listening to it at 2.5 times speed. So a very quick read, but well worth it. And now I have to pick a new audiobook. I don't know which one yet, but I'll figure that out. I was just editing this vlog and realized that I never actually outroed. My bad. So just real quick before I have to run to work, I did end up finishing Daughter of the Moon Goddess the other day, and I had a great time with this book. This was fantastic. I settled on a 4-star for it. The best parts of this book were definitely the characters, especially the main character. I absolutely loved her. She kind of reminds me of Misaki from the sort of Kaigen, just like a less intense version of that character. I really like how hard she worked to get to where she did in life. I loved her determination and how she never forgot where she came from and what her true goal was. I loved the side characters, a love triangle that I actually really enjoyed. Shocking. That never happens. But this one, I'm actually kind of root for both of them. I really enjoyed the villain as well. This is exactly the kind of villain that I love the most, where it's a villain that doesn't think that they're a villain because you can almost understand their motivations, where it's like two kingdoms and neither of them are really wrong. It's just they're just on different sides of a war. And that's so interesting to me, especially because the villain of this one is from a kingdom that has been named the Demon Realm because their magic can be used to harm people. It doesn't need to be used in that way. It's just the bad guys from their land have done so, and so their entire people have been deemed evil. So it's a really interesting villain, and I'm so hyped for that. I really hope the villain is like the main focus of the next book, which I'm so excited to get to. I'm hoping to get to the next book really soon, actually, because I'm like genuinely so hyped for it. I loved how this ended. Just everything was so interesting and so well done. I had some issues with the pacing. I found it was like really fast and then all of a sudden really slow, and the pacing just didn't quite feel balanced sometimes. But aside from that, this was a fantastic book and I'm so happy that I picked it up. But yeah, so 4 stars for that one, and the end of this vlog. If you made it this far, let me know what you read this week. I would love to hear all about it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later on.